I'm currently in the middle of making some very burnt toast before the gym. Look at this. This is actually sad. Hi, welcome back. My name is Brandy. I make realistic gym content for moms. I'm just a busy mom who prioritizes herself before prioritizing others. I don't know. Is that a little sus? I've been wanting toast for a couple days now, but I have not given it to myself. Really because I'm trying to be mindful of my carbs. I'm somebody who can just eat carbs all the time. It's like I want to do so much that I don't know how, okay, I take that back. I want to do so much that I feel like it makes me scatterbrained inside. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who feels like that? Ultimately, though, I just want to be in the best shape of my life. And because you're watching my diaries, now you're along for the ride. And I hope that you're also trying to get into the best shape of your life because let's be real. We should all be aiming to be like the best version of ourselves, mentally, emotionally, financially. That's it. I'm just a mom who's taking care of herself so she can be the best version of herself. I don't want to be the best at something. I just want to be the best at me. 10 out of 10. Strawberry jam. You can't even tell it's strawberry. Maybe I should be showing you guys that side. It's not as bad. So let's do a quick fit check and then let's get to the gym. I have an hour before these kids get back, so we got to make this hour count. Leggings are Puma. I don't know where I got them from. I don't even know when I got them. I just know that I got them a long time ago and that they still look good. Okay? Top is Amazon. Welcome back to a week of workouts. I'm not sure if you can even see me, but this is the lighting we're working with right now. It just is what it is. I have an hour to get this workout done before the kids come home, so we're just gonna make it do what it do. Today's full body. We're just gonna play around. My ankle is still pretty jacked up. It's not as bad, obviously, or I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, but I did check and make sure it wasn't broken or fractured, and it's good. The pain is there still sometimes, but what we're gonna do today is just make sure we don't aggravate it. If it's aggravating this ankle, we're not doing it. If it's not, we're gonna try to do it, okay? Oh, that hurts. Yep. Okay, but can I do 10? Or wait, 45, 55, 65. I don't know. I feel like I can. I feel like I can because of how easy I threw that up. So this is 45, 55, 65. All right, Brandy. You got it. Yeah, this is easy. You got it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Just to make it clear, I did not want to come here today. Did not want to be here. Okay, so hear me out. What if the biggest setbacks in your life weren't actually setbacks, but in fact a hidden blessing or a gift? Imagine every challenge you have faced, every struggle you've endured. What if they were all just secretly propelling you forward, propelling you into a space that you would have never picked willingly? Like, do you remember that one time when you were so in love with that one person that wasn't good for you, but you stayed anyways? And then something happened out of your control and it totally changed the situation. Now look at you. You're in a beautiful space, whether that's with someone who's better for you or you're alone, which is better for you. You wouldn't have gotten there if it was your choice, right? It could also be the job you lost, the friendship that ended, the person that moved away, whatever it was, it changed things. I would like to call these things a forced pivot. A situation changed and we found strength we didn't know we had. Something that was totally out of your control but forced you to pivot into something new. And within that, you were able to find strength that you didn't know you had. Or maybe you discovered a hidden talent or found a new hobby that you're so happy doing. So for me right now, it's my ankle. A week and a half ago, I really hurt it and I'm not able to work out as I planned or as I want or as I feel like I need. I'm not able to get my steps in. I'm not able to do my usual workouts. I was running. I'm definitely not running. When something happens out of my control and it changes things for me, instead of getting down in the dumps like I used to get so down. I used to hate change. Change and me never went hand in hand. I would get anxiety at the thought of something changing. But now, when something happens, I sit back and I ask myself, is there a lesson I need to be learning? Because sometimes you get that same situation over and over until you learn that lesson, right? But also, I remind myself that God's in control and His plans for me are greater than my own could ever be. So, although I planned on running, although I planned on doing these exercises, maybe there's something else that I need to be doing and focus on. And with me running, with me doing those things, I wouldn't have done these other things. For example, now I'm starting to swim, but I am by no means a swimmer. Then day in and day out, I just do what I can. I do what I can, and usually a blessing of some sort comes out of it. And it may not be immediate, but when I look back on things months or weeks or years later, I always get that, oh, that makes sense. That's exactly why that had to happen. Or look at how this turned out. I would have never started doing this had I been in that situation. If a forced pivot is really tough for me, I also like to do things like journaling, talking to someone whose opinion I respect and value, and of course, pray. Another thing that I think we could all be better with is celebrating the small victories and the small wins, because that is what makes me feel so accomplished, knowing that I did something. I got a win. So I think that we could all be better with, finding little wins throughout the day, whatever it is, whether that's eating, showering, getting in your steps, making it to the gym, doing those little things still, trying and telling your brain that we are actually accomplishing, that we're not so down in the dumps. And telling your brain like, hey, we are a winner. We are doing good things. We are doing the best that we can. My brain likes that. I feel like I thrive off of knowing that I am accomplishing something. When I'm set back on something and I can't do what I originally planned, it always makes me feel like I'm not good enough, or mostly not good enough, okay? And I don't like that. I am good enough. And it's not about ignoring the pain that you're going through or those feelings, but it's more about navigating it and finding some value within that season. It fuels my tank knowing that things will work out for me no matter what. They have always worked out. They have never not worked out. No matter what I thought the worst possible outcome would have been, it might suck. I might get something close to it, but I've never not had something work out. And knowing that it'll all work out leads to less anxiety for me. I feel like anxiety comes from a place of worrying about the future and what you can't control. But when you remind yourself things and put yourself back into the present moment, for me, I have less anxiety, which I love. Each time I overcome a forced pivot, my brain stores it and gets stronger. And it's like little bucket. Imagine a little bucket, and we just put all these wins, we just put all these things that we overcame in it. And when another tough situation or when another forced pivot arises, my brain recalls all of the other things that we've accomplished and overcome. It's more confident going into that situation because it knows it's done this before and it knows it can do it again. Life is always going to require you to keep growing, to keep overcoming the hurdles, no matter how tall or low or wide that they are. You're going to have to continue going. You cannot give up. So whatever challenge or forced pivot that you're currently going through, keep in mind that it may be preparing you for your greatest breakthrough. I feel like just this year I've began to kind of shift my perspective a little bit and realize that all change is not bad change. And without some of the changes that I once resisted, I wouldn't be here living this life that I live today. So granted, it's not perfect, but I'm currently in my biggest blessing. And There were times when I did not think that this feeling would come, that this day would come. And yes, I still want so much more for myself, but I feel like recognizing that you can't control. You can't control many things. The couple things that you can control are very slim, and do your best to control those, but please be open to the fact that not everything's in your control and not everything will go the way that you want it, and not everything sucks because it's not going the way you want it to go. Look at them more as like inevitable growth opportunities. Be grateful for it. Be grateful for whatever turn, whatever shift happened that you weren't really expecting. I feel like it helps overall trying to be more grateful and show more gratitude for everything, including the challenges. Try not to dread everything so much. It makes you feel so down. Try to look at everything in a more positive light. I am not by any means perfect with this, but it is something I'm working on, and I do feel like it can help someone out there. So I'm grateful for the ability to move my body. I'm grateful for the moment, and I pray that you're doing the same. Continue to show up and do your best. And until next time, I'll see ya.